Good morning, everyone. To begin my Dharma message, please join me in Gassho. Put your hands together. There are two good means by which sentient beings can be saved. One is shame, zan, and the other is self-reproach, gi. Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo. Again, good morning, the Berkeley Buddhist Temple Sangha. I'd like to express my deepest appreciation to Reverend Kuwahara and Berkeley Buddhist Temple to giving me this opportunity to share the Buddha Dharma. My name is Reverend Katsuya Kusunoki. I am the resident minister, Rinban of Seattle Betsin Buddhist Temple. I was assigned to Seattle Betsin about 3 years ago. So before that, I was the resident minister of Buddhist Church of Lodi and supervising minister to Walnut Grove Buddhist Church. Then that was my first assignment. So before that, I was the first IMOP student. So I took a training at the Jodo Shinshu Center for 4 months. Kuwahara Sensei was my sensei. He was my mentor. I truly appreciate to share the Buddha Dharma here today. I understand Berkeley Buddhist Temple had an Obon service last weekend, last Sunday, but it is still the Obon season. So the beginning of my Dharma message, I would like to introduce the story of origin of Obon. Using this book, The Traditions of Jodo Shinshu Honganji-ha, on the page 39, there is an explanation of Obon. The origin of Obon can be traced to the Ulanbana Sutra, which relates to the story of Moggallana, the most gifted of Shakyamuni Buddha's disciples in the area of extraordinary sense perceptions. One day, a very filial son, Moggallana, thought, "How is my mother who had died doing? Where is she now?" Then he used his extraordinary powers to visualize the whereabouts of his mother. Searching all the realms from highest of the heavens to the lowest of the hells, he was surprised and horrified to find his mother suffering the torments of the realm of hungry ghosts. Those who are stingy, greedy, and jealous are sent to the realm of hungry ghosts. With his power, he filled a bowl with food and sent it to his mother. The food burst into flames each time she put it to her mouth. Finding himself helpless in aiding his mother, he ran to the Shakyamuni Buddha seeking help. The Shakyamuni Buddha tells Moggallana that he needs the combined help of all the monks to help his mother. He was told to bring offerings of food and bedclothes to the monks who are having their summer retreat. Moggallana made the prescribed offerings, and his mother and 7 generations of his ancestors were relieved of their sufferings. Moggallana was so overjoyed that he clapped his hands and danced for joy. This is said to have been the beginning of Bon Odori. Here, one question came up. Moggallana's mother was kind and gentle? Why was his mother sent to the realm of hungry ghosts, where people like a stingy, greedy, jealous are sent? It is said, because his mother sacrificed others' happiness for her son's happiness. It is a parent's nature to wish for their child to live with happiness and joy. However, the parents' deep love to protect their child occasionally causes egoistic action and narrow view. It was in April when my wife, Ayano, she was making some flower arrangement for the Buddha's altar. So this is Shadow Betsin's Buddha's altar. So today's flower arrangement is my wife. She arranged this flower arrangement. So my wife went outside to get some wild flowers on the day. She found yellow flowers by the temple's small parsonage. She cut them and used them for the flower arrangement. The flower arrangement looked so nice, so beautiful. I thanked her for her hard work. But she had a sorrowful expression on her face. She felt pain because she cut the wild flowers and took their lives. A few days later, my wife cooked asari, Manila clams for dinner. Again, she felt pain because she cooked and took their lives, although my son and I really enjoyed it. She said she cannot do this anymore. There is a children's book titled Buddha is Our Teacher. I like this book very much. Buddha is our teacher. One of the teachings says, all living creatures, flowers, insects, and animals are our friends. She remembered this teaching and reflected upon her action through this teaching. Then she suffered from her remorse because flowers and asari, Manila clams, are also living their precious lives just like she does. The next day, our son was playing on the patio outside. Suddenly, he started crying and showed his foot. My wife found an insect bite which swelled in red. When she looked around, she saw some wasps, bees flying. Immediately, she researched and set a trap for wasps, bees. After a while, the wasps, bees went someplace else. None of the wasps, bees were caught in the trap. That night, she said, I will be sent to hell. Just yesterday, I said, I do not take other living creatures' lives. But today, I already tried to take bees' lives, wasps' lives. How do you think about my wife's story? My wife's action, which set a trap, came from her love of our son. It is natural that she, as a mother, thinks she does not want our son to feel pain again. But the bees, the wasps, must have had a different point of view. The wasps might be just looking for a place to live and something to eat. There was no reason for their lives to be taken. The bees, the wasps, must have felt that my wife and son obstructed their ordinary life. Therefore, the bees, the wasps, but bit our son's foot to protect their lives. My wife set the trap for our son to play on the patio safely. It was her gentle action that originated from her love of our son. On the other hand, it was danger for the bees, for the wasps, and they must have been afraid, scared. Because she realized this, she said, "I will be sent to hell." When I heard what my wife said, I remembered Moggarana's mother. They both are the mothers who have strong love for their children. Everyone has love and kindness to support others. Everyone wishes for their families and friends to live in ease. This is our human nature. It is natural to have these feelings. But we have to remember that our human nature, our human action can occasionally cause pain to others and take others' lives. We all have different and limited love and kindness. When we forget this self-awareness, our love and kindness turn to a haughty attitude, and we don't realize that we hurt others. We don't feel sorry or have remorse, even if we hurt and take other creatures' lives. It is called ignorant beings whose views are interrupted by their blind passion. There is a Buddhist term, zangi. I prepared zangi. In Japanese kanji character is this, zangi. This term is explained in the Nirvana Sutra. Our founder Shinran Shonin quoted this passage in his writings. Zangi. There are two good means by which sentient beings can be saved. One is shame, zan, and the other is self-reproach, gi. Shame means not committing further evil oneself. Self-reproach means not leading others to commit evil. Shame is to be abased within oneself. Self-reproach is to express this outwardly toward others. Shame means to feel humility before others. Self-reproach means to feel humility before heavens. This is shame and self-reproach. To be without shame and self-reproach is not to be human. It is to be a beast. So this is the passage from the Nirvana Sutra. Then Shinran Shonin quoted this in his writings, Kyogyo Shinsho. When I read this passage, I thought, I usually categorize human and beast by their appearance. But the Nirvana Sutra's definition is different from mine. It said, those who can feel shame and self-reproach are human beings. Those who feel no shame and have no self-reproach are beast-like. That's interesting, huh? Am I the human or beast? I have to think about it. We are all Bonbu, ordinary beings who have greed, anger, and ignorance. Our love and kindness also contain these three poisons, whether we realize it or not. They never disappear until the moment of the end of our life. Therefore, we always have to think of what attachment and three poisons we have. Whether our actions and speech would hurt others, and if we and our minds would become beast-like. It is important to always reflect upon ourselves through the teaching of Zangi, shame and self-reproach. Our appreciation and respect to other lives rise in our mind when we truly feel our shame and self-reproach. Appreciation in Japanese we call kangi. Appreciation and shame and self-reproach, zangi. Kangi and zangi are inseparable. We should always be mindful of kangi and zangi, appreciation and shame and self-reproach. It is the way the Nembutsu followers live our life. It is the way each lives are cherished, and all Bonbu, ordinary beings who possess their blind passions, live together peacefully. Now it is Obon season. Please remember your loved ones, just like Mogarana recalled his mother. How is my mother doing? Please rethink the ties and relationship between you and your loved ones. What kind of love did you receive from them? How did they support your life? Even after our loved one's life ends, our ties, our life's ties, has never run out. We still have ties with our loved ones who are now Buddha, who are now Bodhisattva. They are still sending us their love, the compassion, but their love, their compassion don't contain any three poisons because they are already enlightened. Their compassionate guidance lead us to encounter the Buddha Dharma and listen to the Nembutsu teaching. When we sincerely listen to the Nembutsu teaching and reflect upon my action, speech, and thought, reflect upon my life, our life, we realize that our life is the self-centered life. I have the self-centered view and action. Then the feeling of Zangi comes up in your mind. Amida Buddha understands and accept that we can only live in self-centered life. Therefore, Amida Buddha saying, it is okay, just walk this path to the Pure Land as you are. Walk this Nembutsu path. Please set the Pure Land as your destination. It is Amida Buddha's compassion. Walking this path means that our everyday life becomes the path to the Pure Land and the path to the enlightenment. Our life does not pass just in vain. There is a meaning to live each moment. Once we truly understand it, kangi, the gratefulness, appreciation comes up in your mind. Gratefulness, appreciation to this path, to the Nembutsu path, to the Amida Buddha. Because although we still have those blind passions, ordinary beings, we are still possess the three poisons. Still, there is a path. There is a path to follow. there's a path to be born into Pure Land and attain enlightenment. That's why the kangi, when we truly understand what we received, the kangi comes up in our mind. Then we can live our life with Nembutsu gratitude. So thank you for attending. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to share the Buddha Dharma here today. We are still in the COVID-19 pandemic. After the situation gets better, I hope we can get together in person, then we can enjoy listening to the Buddha Dharma together in person. I hope I can go to visit the Berkeley Buddhist Temple one day. Then also, if you have a chance, please come to visit the Seattle and Seattle Betsin Buddhist Temple. To conclude my Dharma message, please join me in Gassho. Put your hands together. There are two good means by which sentient beings can be saved. One is shame, and the other is self-reproach, zangi. Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namanda, 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 Namanda. ありがとうございました。